friends, it's Peggy from prettypapercards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie. She's joining me today for our stamp tutorial. We're going to make a card together, and I'm just going to check, as I always do, to make sure we're live on my Pretty Paper Cards Facebook page. So let's make sure. There we are. Okay, great. I like to make sure that everything's going right. And happy Friday. It's Friday today. I'm so happy that we're all together and it's the end of the week. We've had, just so you know, we've had a storm situation. A storm warning. It's only rained a little bit, but we've had these emergency storm warnings. And I notice that my lights are flickering a little bit. I've tried to fix that, and I don't think you'll notice it as much when we turn down and look at things down below. So hi, let me know if you're on. Roz, good to see you. And Diane, I'm back from my vacation. I went back to Massachusetts to visit my son back there. I hadn't seen him for 2 years because of COVID. And it was a wonderful visit. He got more hugs than any one adult child could get, because 2 years is a really long time not to see your child. So I'm just thrilled that I got to go. I had a wonderful, restful time, and I'm back. I missed my husband and my little baby here. She was so glad to see me. She started running around and squealing and everything, and it was really fun. I'm so glad to be back. So what do I have for you today? Today we're going to make a mini Slimline card, and I've got a lot of other news type of things for you. So let me get started. The first one is we are less than a week away from the end of Celebration. You all know about Celebration. We've been talking about it since it started, and that is when you get one free gift for every $50 you order. So if you place a $100 order, you get 2 free gifts, or some of the free gifts are only available with a $100 order. And I don't want you to miss out. It only comes around a couple times a year, and I don't want you to miss out on that because it's such a great deal. I think we're going to let Ellie go have her nap. She's ready to get down. It's just so good to see you guys. I just want to say that. Happy Friday. Okay, what else? So we have also a special if you would like to become a part of our Stampin' Up! Family. And the starter kit is normally $99, and you get $125 worth of product, and it all ships free, and that's still the case, but you get a free bundle out of your choice out of 11 different bundles, and I have a list right here. And whoa, there we go. I've kind of highlighted them today. The most expensive bundle is the Christmas to Remember bundle, and it's worth $60.25 US. So you could get that with your starter kit. So you would end up with $125 worth of product plus $60 worth of product, $60.25. Plus it all ships free, which is another 10% savings, all for only $99. And this ends on the 30th, which is next Thursday. I want to make sure you know about that because it's really a fabulous deal, and I would love to have you be part of my little family, my little family of sweet stampers, and we have a lot of fun together. So if you've ever thought about it, this is the time. This is the time to get your starter kit. Have any questions, call me, email me, text me, message me on Facebook. I'm generally available. I'm retired, so I'm generally available. And today in our card, we're going to use one of the stamp sets from the one of the bundles that you can get. So I want to show you that. Now, prizes. So we haven't been together for 2 weeks. We were together on the 10th, Friday the 10th. And then we had the 17th, and I was on my vacation, and now I'm back. And the gift, my free gift for anybody that left a comment, is the purple violet ribbon. That was from the 10th. excuse me, and the winner is Kathy Ortley. I don't know how you pronounce that, Oertle. And she left quite a few comments that day. And so I want to make sure, Kathy, I don't have your address, so I will try to message you in Facebook, but your ribbon is here and waiting for you as soon as I get your address. And then the prize for next Friday, which is going to be October 1st, can you even believe it? I keep looking at these things. I got my calendar up here. I got my computer down here. The prize for our next time, if you leave a comment, you'll be entered into a random drawing for some Oh So Ombre Designer Series paper 6x6. This is now retired, but this went out. I'm pretty sure it was out and back ordered because everybody loved it. It's a full pack, and it's Ombre Designer Series paper. So leave me a comment and you'll be entered in that drawing to win. Allison, I'm back, yes. Now, the biggest thing I want to tell you about before we get to our card is that I have a special going on. Starting today until the 30th, I'm offering my own special. And it's called Peggy's Die Special. Let me get it going here. And I'm going to tell you all about it. So for an order of $100 between now and the 30th, if you place an online order and you use the special host code, which I'm going to show you in a minute, for my special, you can choose one of 4 different die sets, and I will send one of those sets, the one of your choice, to you for free. And I'm going to turn you down so that you can see the choices really well. So let me turn you down here. Oops, there's nothing. So here are the die sets that you can choose from. If you place a $100 order in my 100 or more in my online store between today and September 30th at 6 p.m. Pacific time, you can choose one of these 4 die sets and I will send them to you separate. You'll place your order, I'll see your order, and I will email me, or I will email you, or you can email me and let me know which of the die sets you'd like. 2 of them I have, and really my favorite is the tailor-made tag dies. I've been talking about this for quite a while, and I offered this even in one of my classes to go. These tailor-made tag dies are fabulous, and I use them all the time now. In fact, we're going to use them today, and I think they're going to be really great for the holidays. So this is one that you can choose from. I will send you this entire set for free with a $100 order if you use my host code, my special one for this special. Another set that I'm offering for free is the peach dies. I have loved the peach dies. They have peaches, leaves, peach flowers. They go with the stamp set. There's even a little nice label die for thin words, thin sentiments. You could choose the peach dies. Now the other 2 I don't even have. I think I put them on here because of wishful thinking. The hat builder dies, which have been very popular. The baseball cap, great for guys or gals. And some insignias that might be a team. I don't know, there's a buffalo. Is there a team that's a buffalo? Can't think of it. There's the lightning bolt, which is the Chargers, who left San Diego and went to LA. I have to say that. Anyway, this goes with a stamp set, but you can get these dies for free with $100 order through my online store using my host code, and you'll have to contact me to let me know which die set you want because they're going to be sent separately. This isn't through Stampin' Up, it's just my own special deal. And then here are the pet dies. And again, I don't have these, but I think I really want them. They're so cute, little dogs and cats and little paw prints. And I love my baby, and I'm not even sure why I don't have this set. So these are the 4 free dies that you can choose from. Get one if you place an order of $100 or more in my online store from today through the 30th. And then contact me, or I'll contact you, and you can let me know which die you'd like, which die set, and I'll mail it to you by October 13th. So I think that's a good special. I've really been anxious to offer this. Here's the host code. And here's the link to my store, although it's also up above this, and the host code too, it's all up above the video. So take advantage of this while you can, get a free die set. Okay, our card for today. It is so cute. I'm so excited to bring it to you. It's this adorable little slimline card. Isn't that cute? And it's using the Nature's Harvest stamp set. Now this, Nature's Harvest, the complete bundle with the dies, is one of those bundles available if you'd like to become a part of the Stampin' Up family. But I'm just using the stamp set today. And isn't it, and I'm using the Tailor Tag dies. I just think this is a really super cute little card, and I love this coneflower. You know, it took us a while, it took me a while, you all helped me to figure out the name of this flower. And it has several different names, but the most frequent one I heard was the coneflower. And in fact, when I went back east in Massachusetts, I saw some coneflowers. They were growing back there. I've got to get some for my little garden, I think, because I'm just enamored with them. So let's make this card. And I'm going to post this on YouTube, hopefully tonight, maybe tomorrow. And it'll be with all the measurements. In the meantime, if you're anxious, take the measurements down. So to make the mini slimline card, you need to cut a piece of cardstock 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. And for my card today, I've cut some Flirty Flamingo cardstock 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, and I'm going to go ahead and score it. Half of that is 3 1/8. So I'm going to put it on 3 1/8, pushing the cutting blade up out of the way and just score it like this. So there's our card. And I'm going to use my bone folder. I usually push away from the valley, if that makes sense. They talk about mountains and valleys, and I usually push away from the valley. And so here's our cute little slimline card. I love this size. And in case you're worried, don't be worried about an envelope, because I got these from Amazon. They're adorable. I think they're called the number 7 coin envelopes. I love to send cards in these envelopes because people are so surprised because it's different. And on my YouTube, I'll put the link to these envelopes too. So here's the beginning of your card. Now the next thing we're going to do, I'm using here today the Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper. And this kind of goes with the Nature's Harvest set. It's a suite actually. And so I like this color because I think it goes with the ink that I've chosen to use today, Sahara Sand. So I'm going to cut this piece 2 7/8 wide by 6 inches long. So I'm going to get it at 6 right here and cut that. And then I'm going to go for 2 7/8. And I call them niches. I don't know what you call them. They're the little lines, the little tiny lines. But anyway, it took me a while. I'm just not a math person. And so it's 2 7/8 right there. Okay, so we've got this piece. And we're just going to go ahead and glue this right on. And doesn't that blend beautifully? I think those colors go really, really nice together. It's a little different color scheme than I'm used to. And here we're going to use the reverse side too, and that goes pretty well also. That's what I love about our Designer Series paper. And remember, when you're gluing, using the glue, make sure to make it very thin lines, because otherwise it could make a bubble or a little warp look in your paper, and it might show through on your card, and you don't want that. Okay, so there's our card base. Now I'm going to set that aside, and we are going to stamp our cone flowers. So here is the stamp from the Nature's Harvest stamp set, and I'm going to use Sahara Sand ink because I want it to be light. I wanted to give it a little bit of a light look. And I'm going to put underneath here a piece of, this is grid paper for the Stamparatus, and I like it because it protects it keeps me, I don't have to use the big grid paper, I can use the little grid paper, and I can have the stamp go off a little bit if I want to, off to the side. So we're going to put it on here, and then we're going to color in our flowers, and then we're going to cut with the tailor-made tag dies. Okay, so the Stampin' Blends that I'm using are Flirty Flamingo and Granny Apple Green. And I like to start with the light, the light colors. You get them in packs of 2, light and dark, but I like to start with the light. Some people start with the dark, so you can do whatever you like. And you might just see my head because I need to get a little close. I might even put my glasses on here. Okay, there we go. Now I can see a little bit better. And I'm just going to color the flowers, the petals only. That little top of the cone, I'm going to just leave that as it is. I'm not going to color it at all because I think the ink color, the Sahara sand, blends so well with the Designer Series paper underneath. And this is not a long, arduous task to color in. It's quick. See how quick this is? Most of the shading is already in for you with the lines that the stamp made, and that is really nice. That's what we want. And then we just add the color on top. Now I'm going to go back in with the dark Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to add some shading, and more so right up at the top, because that's kind of how it looks on the actual flower. Top meaning where it attaches to its little center there. And then down here, this is, I don't know if this is a flower that's kind of getting ready to be done or if it's a new opening flower. But anyway, oops, I got a little ink outside the lines. Do you ever do that? So what I'm doing now is I'm going over again the dark with the light to blend it a little bit more. But you know what? Nobody's going to even really notice. It's going to look just really, really pretty. So actually, I don't mind that happened, where I have a little place I went out, because I want to show you, if you haven't already seen it, this is the color lifter, and it's white, but it doesn't actually put white down. It actually pushes the color around, and so I'm pushing the color back into the flower. And by the time we're finished, you won't even see that. It wets it a little bit, but by the time we're finished, you won't even notice it. Okay, now we're going to start with our Granny Apple Green. I'm going to start with the light and use the brush end, and I'm going to color my little leaves here, just like this. And you know something? You could make this card and it would be just lovely even if you did not do the coloring with the Stampin' Blends. The flower is so beautiful on its own. You could definitely just leave it stamped with the Sahara sand, and it would be just lovely. So I'm adding the Granny Apple Green on the leaves, and then I'm going to color the stems with the darker. This is the excuse me, this is the light. We're having some odd weather today, as I mentioned. It's very, it's humid. We've got the fans going. It's just a little different for San Diego, and it's low temperature. We're down in the 70s and low 80s out here. Okay, so now I'm just going to put a little shading using the dark in on my leaves, and I'm going to color the stems with the dark, just like this. And you don't even need to do a lot. It can just look kind of like shading itself. You don't have to color it in perfect. You don't have to fill in everything. Oh, I kind of missed a leaf there, didn't I? I see that now. I'm going to go back and grab that and color in that leaf. And you know, I think I'll put a little bit of the dark Granny Apple Green on there. So let's get that one little leaf and then we'll be done. And that didn't take long at all, did it? And that is a really, really, isn't that a beautiful flower? I just love this flower. So I'm going to bring in the Mini Boss, and we're going to use one of the tailor-made tag dies, the larger, it's one of the larger ones. And we're going to put it right on the part that I want to keep. And this is the nice part, is that you can just decide where you want that tag to be. So I've got it centered there just the way I want it. Let me see. Might get that out just a bit more like that. And I came in with the stamp at an angle, so that way it looks like it's coming in from the side. I kind of like that. There we go. And look how cute this tag comes out. Isn't that just darling? I really like it. And this is what we're going to add onto our card. So let's get our card back and punch out that little hole there. And this is how our little tag is going to be. Now I think before we do that, what we're going to do is add some little strips of the reverse side of that Designer Series paper. Remember I mentioned that? And here's the reverse side. I think it looks really good. And I'm going to add, I'd already cut, these are 1/2-inch strips, and I'm going to add 3 of them. Actually, I'm going to press this down a little bit more to get it flatter, to really burnish that so my card lays down a little bit flatter. There we go. And then again, a light amount of glue. Not much. Just a little bit. And all you have to do is kind of eyeball it, leave about a 1/2 inch of the Designer Series paper at the base, and then come in with this one. And it's easy to do these, it's easy to line them up because you see the patterns, the pattern lines kind of help you. So now we're going to do this one. And again, try to leave about a 1/2 inch. And then put this on. I think I'll move my glasses right now. And this is a 1/2 inch by 2 7/8, I think was that measurement. And then our third one. And this just gives a little bit of, it just makes, you can leave these off if you want to. But I think it just adds a little interest to the front of the card, don't you? Okay, and now we've got our tag, and I'm going to move it. I think I want it to be kind of up in this area, like that. Hi, Allison, you had some rain there too. Yeah, it's been raining. Light rain, though. Okay, now, the next thing we're going to do, just for a minute, is we're going to do a little bit of stamping because I want to stamp my sentiment, and I want to stamp the inside of the card and the envelope. So let's get those done. Here's the pretty envelope. Here's the inside basic white piece, and this is 2 3/4 by 5 3/4. So that's going to fit inside the card really nice. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this time Flirty Flamingo ink to do this. And again, I'm going to have this kind of come off from the side because we do want to leave places to write. So we'll do that. Isn't that flower just gorgeous? I love it. I just love it. Okay, let's do our envelope. And I'm going to say that this is the left. We'll put our address here, and so we'll put our flower down in there. And so I'll ink up my stamp again. Let me get it up where you can see it. And we'll put it coming in from this side like that. Isn't that cute? I think I like the outside of envelopes better than the inside sometimes. I just think that's so cute. Okay, and now we need to do our sentiment. And in this stamp set, let me grab it real quick. Nature's Harvest. I like the fonts. They're really nice. And the sentiments are sending healing thoughts. May nature's beauty bring peace to your soul. A reminder to never forget how much you mean to me and so many others. There's good luck and there's thank you. And I'm going to use thank you because I think I've told you I always need thank you cards for my customers, for some of you. And so this is the thank you stamp. And I think I've mentioned to you before, be sure to put it on an angle on your block like that. Can you see how that's at an angle? It actually helps you get it on straighter. Interesting as that is. And so I've got extras of these. You know how I do these papers in case it doesn't come out right. That's a little, I feel like that's just a little crooked. Let me try it again. Let me just try it one more time. There, that, oh no, that's blurry. Okay, well we can reverse it too. I've got plenty of paper. I'm still not happy. Does this happen to you? When you're still not happy after you keep going and going? I'm going to try to get it better. Okay, I'm going to do with that last one. I guess I shouldn't be so picky, but I bet some of you are too. Many of us are perfectionists. We are. We just are. Okay, and I'm going to cut that out a bit, and I'm going to give it a little flagged end where you cut in the center, cut inside from both ends, like this. Okay, and now what we're going to do is I'm not going to, let's put our inside on first. We'll get that done. Because when you have a card that inside is a color like this, you could definitely write on that, but I just think it looks so much nicer to put a little panel, a little white panel in there. I really think that looks kind of nice, don't you? Yeah. Okay, and now for our tag. Where did our tag go? So here's our tag. And what I'm going to do today, I want to show you how to make a fluffy baker's twine bow. So here's my baker's twine, and the way I do this is I take, I get a section that's going to be what I'm going to use to tie the bow, okay? And then I start pulling and I wrap it around my fingers like this. Let's see. I want to get that down a little bit more. And just wrap it around my fingers like this. And I'm going to go maybe, oh, I'm way up too high, you couldn't see. Maybe 5 or 6 times around. Okay. And then all we do is pull it out like that. Can you see that? And I'm going to lay it down like this. And now I'm going to put this piece of linen thread underneath there, and I'm going to tie this in a bow. Now to hold it, I usually will put something on top of it like that. That's going to hold the little loops in place. And then I'm just going to tie a knot right here. It's really easy to do. All you need to know how to do is tie a knot to make this kind of fluffy bow. And another thing you can do is if you want to do even more, this is kind of how they make pom-poms. Okay, there's the knot. They make pom-poms by doing lots of these loops, and then they go back and cut at the end of the loop. So you could definitely do that if you wanted to. Looks like I stopped a little bit. I hope I'm still going. Oh goodness, I hope it's still... I'm sorry, I know because of the rain, I think we're having a little bit of trouble. So I'm just going to keep going and hope that it rebounds. Uh-oh. I'm not seeing that it is. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the next thing we do is we just are going to tie this fluffy bow right in like this. You might want to do a reboot of your, or just go in and out of your computer. I'm so sorry that's happening. There we go. Okay, we're back. I can see it keeps stopping. I apologize. I'm sure it's the weather. we had our phones beep horribly. You know when they send that horrible sound? Eek. Okay, so you just use the ends to tie right onto the tag. And there you have your fluffy bow on your tag, just like this. And then I'm going to trim these ends off real quick, just like this. And straighten our bow, and there we go. Isn't that cute? I think that's really a darling little card. And I'm going to put the tag on with Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to put a couple high up. I don't want my tag to move. Now, of course, you could put this tag on a gift. That would definitely work. But I kind of like making cards with tags, which is what we're doing today. So, okay, here we go. Let's just put that on at an angle. And now we're ready to put our sentiment on. And it's just going to stick out a little bit like that. And all I'm going to do for the sentiment is just glue it, because the tag is already raised up on dimensionals. So I'm just going to add a little glue and put my sentiment right like that. Now what I might do, I kind of like to secure that bow. I'm going to get out my glue dots. Do you ever do this with bows? You use a little one for a glue dot, put a glue dot on there. I always forget the glue dots are now on the inside here. Let me see if I can find one. There's one. Okay. And we're going to put the glue dot, I'm going to put it right under here so that my bow sits right where I want it. And then I think I'll put another one on the other side also. People don't even know. They think the card looks so nice, and it is nice, but you've done a few things to help secure it in place. Isn't that just a darling card? Now let's add the finale. I'm just using rhinestones. I tried them earlier today, and they looked so pretty. Almost like little raindrops on our card. I just thought they were so cute. And so I'm going to put 3 on. 3 little rhinestones here. There we go. There's our card. Let me get some of these dimensionals out of the way. And here is here's your card in the envelope. I hope you like today's card. I really like it. I just think it's so nice for this time of year. It's officially fall, and I think it's just a nice little card, and I think it's neat for someone to get a different type of card. So let me just come back here. Thank you so much for stopping by today and spending your Friday late afternoon and early evening with me. I'm really happy to see you, and don't forget about my special offer, my special die offer. For an order of $100 or more, I will send you the die set of your choice out of those 4 dies, but you have to email me and let me know which one you want, or as soon as you place your $100 order in my shop using that host code, I will contact you by email also and find out which die you want. So have a great weekend. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Happy stamping.